Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man, and we're back. Simon Family Farms. It's winter, early winter. I don't think I'm going to get those crops. I think they're going to go bad before it dries out. I can't see it drying out. The weather's too cold. So I'm not too worried about it. They were crops that were already on fields. I didn't plant them. There's no lime on the fields. I mean, the yields aren't going to be that good anyway, so we'll just plow them under probably. But before we go out of winter, I'm going to clean up some of the poo. As you can see, it's piling up quite high, and it'll be twice that high before winter's over. So I think I've got Andy sitting over there in this machine here. And we're going to pick this poo up, and then I'm going to skip out of winter and get to working on crops and stuff, getting them ready for the next season, the next harvest. So I will see you in a second or two. Well, okay, I got the poo done, and then I went into the next morning. So we are now on the second day of winter. It's about 11 o'clock, and all those crops have withered, so we're not going to get them. Let's jump over and see. They're all withered now. So we're not going to get the crops off here. Which I didn't think we were, but yeah, these are withered as well, the soybeans. So whoever planted them, or however they got planted too late in the year. Now, if they were, I didn't own these fields, so if these were owned by an AI, maybe the AI isn't familiar with the planting terms of the seasons mod. So it could be that the AI farmer just planted seeds regardless of what time of year it was. That's probably the case, but there you go. So I didn't think I would get them, and I didn't. So we're going to button everything up for the winter and get these combines off the field. They're just going to be in the way at such time as we need to prepare the fields for the next season. So let's get wheels down here. And then I need to take this over and pick up that other corn header. So let's drive over to that field and pick up that corn header. Get everything back to the farm. Put it away for the winter. Winter. Ah, winter. Now, this is supposed to be Nebraska, I think somebody said. Lincoln, Nebraska. If that's the case, I'm not familiar with Nebraska per se, so I don't know what kind of winters they have. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm at. Where's that cornfield? Is that the cornfield? Right there? Yeah, it is. All right. Grab up this corn header and head back to the farm, and then I'll come back and get the other combine. And I'll be back when I get these things put away. Right, we're back. It's the last day of winter now, and we got into some serious trouble. I wasn't watching the animals, and as you can see, they've got no food. Neither the pigs, the pigs still do have food, but they have no water. So water's important. Everything's down to zero here. They're not dead, but I need to get them fed right away. So we've got pig food ready to go. We've got Dar here ready to turn some water on. Let's get that taken care of. And then Rose should be at the other water pump. Let's get water going here. And then the pig feed is ready to go. Let me slowly get over here. and get some pig feed going. Somebody's in the tractor there. I think it's Andy. Right, there goes the pig food. They shouldn't take very much because they weren't out of food. So let's take this back and get some TMR for the cattle. And Andy just finished doing the cow manure, but you can tell I've got a lot more animals now than I had. Look how full the manure is again already. That was just empty 2 days ago. So let's grab this. Get some TMR. Oh, I think I've got some left. Alright, let's corn stalks, wheat, barley, blah 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 blah. Total mixed rations. There we go. So let's start that. Let's see. Andy doesn't need to be in there anymore. Let's shut this thing down and get Andy back on the farm. Andy was on poo duty. We'll get him back on poo duty. It's not too bad, actually. It really isn't. I thought it was worse than that, but let's try to keep up on it. We're getting more animals, and they're producing more poo, so. Alright, and that should be enough TMR. So let's get the cattle fed. I had a truck in there with corn stalks, and it wouldn't take anymore, so corn stalks should be okay. It's just the food. So let's give them some food. Get stuck on that fence again. Alright, let me check. And cattle pen, the water is coming. Total mixed rations. The hay and grass is fine. I'm not going to mess with it right now. And of course the pigs are back to snuff, so. Is the water still running? I can't tell. Maybe it just needs to catch up. The counter just might need to catch up, and let's get this truck out of the way. Move it. Uh-oh. Huh. Fine. Put this away. Run around, check. No, it's still running. You just couldn't see it from over there. So they're ready. They're fine. They should be fine. Let's move out of winter and start preparing the fields for the next harvest, I guess. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're in early spring. It's 8:30 in the morning, and we're gonna start checking our fields. And I forgot something a couple of episodes ago when I bought all that new property, and I hired a geologist to check on the soil sample, and they came back. So, and I never did show you that. So. As you can see, 33 was a new field that we bought, and this pattern up here carried down into that field. And so we've got pretty good field here. The green and the gray are all really good. The silt is not too bad. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So 33 is looking pretty good. Then we got 28 up here. And again, it kind of all carries in together. So you can see what 9 is. That's a damn good field up here. 9. 10 is not too bad. 11 is not too bad. 25's pretty good. And 28's okay. And then, of course, we had 6 up here and 14. And they both look really good. 14's got a little bit of bad there. So our worst field is right here in the middle, this yellow business up here. So they're looking pretty good. 8 looks good. 7 is good. All of that looking good. So let's see. I don't think that I have... Where am I at? Let me shut this thing off. I suppose I can't get out of here. Whoa. All right. Let me jump out of here. Now, what I need to find out is I need to find out if any of the fields need plowing. So, let's see. And it doesn't look like any of them do. The old fields. Let's run into the new fields. This one needs plowing. Okay, so 33 needs plowing. So let's get Scorpion out here and go find our plow. Where's that big plow at? Okay, that's the cultivator. Or did I even have a plow? I thought I did. All right, let me check. Did I have a plow? I do. I do have a plow. I just need to find out where it's at. I see where everybody's at, but I don't see the equipment. Okay, so there's equipment. What do we got over here? Oh, don't do that. Get out of that. There's a tractor. Okay, I bet that's the plow right there, but I can't tell. Let me see. It just shows the tractor. All right. Let's run Scorpion over there and see if that's the plow. And if it is, he's close to that field, so there you go. It is the plow. All righty. Now the question is, oh, I put wide tires on that booger, didn't I? Did I buy that plow? I think I did. So let me check. Do I have anything leased? Because I got money. I shouldn't have to worry about leasing equipment right at this moment. Nothing leased. Okay, good. All right, let's get this plow and run it over to the field that needs plowing, which I think is that cornfield that I just bought. Right here. Double check. Needs plowing. All right. We'll start with the plowing. And then if it doesn't need plowing, we'll cultivate. This is a monster plow. I love this plow, even if it is a mud. Man, you need this big tractor to pull this thing. You can tell there's something heavy behind it. That's a green field over there. Yeah, even though it's spring, look at the temperature. It's still only 34 degrees out. Pretty cold. That's 2 degrees over freezing here in the U.S. I'm not a big one for metrics. Oh, only because I'm not used to it. But the temperatures make sense to me in metrics. I don't understand it. If you told me it was 20 degrees out, I wouldn't be able to tell you how warm that is or how cold it is. I think 20 degrees in Celsius is actually pretty decent weather. But I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But I mentioned this in another episode. That makes sense to me. Celsius does over Fahrenheit. I mean, you'd think that 0 would be freezing, not 32. Alright, I hired somebody. Let's see what he does. In the meantime, we can check on fields that don't need plowing can be cultivated, so I'll need to get somebody that's not working. Let's grab Dar and find another tractor. Where's that other big tractor? There we go. There might be somebody in it. Let's see. Nope. Nobody in it. There is now. Run around, grab that cultivator, and start cultivating these bottom fields down here. Boy, I tell you, I got a lot of land now, which means a lot of work. I think we're down to weeks now for Farm Sim 22. It's not that I'm looking forward to it, but it'll be nice to have something new, I guess. I've been doing this stuff long enough. Between this cultivator and that plow, they're two decent pieces of equipment they are. Alright, I think I'm going to bounce off those things. They don't look like much but twigs, but they're still tough enough to get stuck on. Alright, now do I have harrow is not it. Cultivator right there. That's old. I need to get rid of that one. Cultivate IH. That's the one I want. And let's flip it. Get a setting on it. And we're going to go straight across. And I'll do cleanup later. Oh, this thing needs some maintenance, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I think it's the tractor that's showing the... It might be the plow. When there's things hooked together, I don't know which one it's showing needs maintenance. I think I'd have to unhook it. So it's the tractor that needs the maintenance. But you know the plow probably does too. I need to go check, see how the plow's doing. I think he got stuck out there. There was that island of trees out there. He might have got stuck on those. Let me go check. No, he's still going. Okay. Well, good timing, because he's going to get stuck up here, I guess. So, I'm going to stop Scorpion, and we'll take over. And finish this little patch here. I was talking in one of the earlier episodes about I'd watched some kind of a show on Elvis the other day, and last night I've been watching an old show that I bought the series of called Man from U.N.C.L.E. It was started in 1964, I believe. I know it was the early 60s. I think it was 64. And ran for about 4 seasons. And so I bought the digital rights to that, and I've been watching it. But I was awful tired last night, and I don't like to watch something I'm interested in when I'm tired. Because I'm not getting everything, I'm not getting the enjoyment out of it when I'm tired. And so I have been enjoying that series, and so I decided not to watch it last night. I started the next episode up, and I thought, you know what? I'm falling asleep. I don't want to watch this right now. So I got to thinking about that Elvis show. And I've seen all the Elvis movies so many times, and most of them, they're so silly that if you fell asleep through half of it, you really wouldn't miss too much. They are entertaining, but because if you like Elvis, and so I put this Elvis movie on instead, and I kept fast forwarding it until I saw a part I wanted to see. There's a point where he's singing "Return to Sender" in the movie, and that's a pretty good song. So I stopped it, and so I went through this Elvis movie in about a half hour, just rushing through it like that. And it's a good thing too, because I kept falling asleep, and finally said hell with it, went to sleep. But yeah, I don't. When Carol will say, "You want to come out and watch a movie?" If I'm tired, I'll say no, because I don't want to fall asleep through it, because I really want to see that movie. So, yeah. When I was getting ready to go to bed last night, Carol's watching this show about the value of sleep, and how on average people should get X amount of sleep, and if they don't, they may have health problems, kind of a thing. Sleep is important. So when you hear something like, if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to have health problems, or if you get too much sleep, you might have health problems. And people say, oh, it's just sleep. Sleep is important. Believe it or not, lack of sleep can kill you. You can actually die from lack of sleep. Is no different than not getting water. If you don't get water within a certain amount of time, you're dead. You have to have water to survive. And it's the same with sleep. Now, as much as they tell you they know about things like that, they don't really know. I don't know if they can tell you why. You can. Everything's kind of dangerous. You need water to survive on, but you can overdose on water, because you can. And people say, how's that possible? Well, if you drink too much water, it thins out your blood enough that eventually it will kill you. But anyway, so I did get another movie in, another Elvis movie. All right, he's not going to get very far because he's going to get stuck on that. But let's get back here, and I'll tell you what, I'm out of time, so I'm gonna finish the episode here. When we come back, we'll carry on. We've got to get all of these fields prepared for the next season. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and ta-ta for now.